together we make the best.
Welcome back.
OMG, it has been a minute. It has been a minute. But you know, we have
missed you guys so much.
Yes, we have missed every girl. The flower just okay, thank you. It has been look.
Did you see that? Look at it again.
Okay. But welcome back, everyone. It has been a while, but we had to take a break. As we all know, Jesus first. We had to celebrate the resurrection.
Yes.
Hope you had a beautiful resurrection. We had some birthdays, yours truly. And then Mother's Day as well. We wanted to wish everyone every woman a happy Mother's Day. So we had a lot of things going on, and we haven't been able to chat. Let's say y'all.
Mama. I think
it's almost I checked. Yeah, it shouldn't be.
But when you yeah, for any more ideas, will be afraid. Just you don't know. You don't know. Once in a while, we will be taking breaks once in a while. So don't be alarmed. Because I'm the first lady, they've got some things that they have to do. Miss so they be I will send it to me.
Because we are dealing.
But I gotta rest.
We're dealing with a Gen X, and she needs her. We already talked about it.
I'm not going back there.
Well, okay. Well, we moved on. We've digressed. So yes, we are so happy to be back. For those of us who have forgotten, because we haven't been posting in a while, you can find us on YouTube at Sister Chat TV. Please. Please. Just like, share, subscribe. Okay, comment.
And comment.
Please comment.
We like to hear from you all.
Yes.
We want to hear from you all. So please comment.
Yes.
If you have any suggestions, any questions, anything, comment.
Yes. Please comment. And we're also on TikTok at Sister Chat TV. Please go and like. And you can also find us on Instagram at Sister Chat TV 25. Okay. Yes. And for those of y'all who have liked our other video, we just want to say thank you. We appreciate.
Let me try to sing again because I liked that before. Look at it.
It's just on your side. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh my God, that was so cute.
Yeah. So thank you so much. But today, before we get started, I just want to say something because I know this to say I want to.
Me make up team. No, me team. Na fe no muko fio. Mo by why? I me team. Na fe no muko.
One susu. You did not susu. Hey,
I didn't susu. Thank you, Mama. Because also said no my fe. You push your phone. I wanted to come correct. Also, no. Just say, hey, me mommy dear. That's right.
Oh, sister.
That's right.
Oh, hey, Yamio. It is God. It is God. So yes, you are looking beautiful. I mean, forever young. No one would know your age because you say I'm born. Yes, I can tell. Okay, so moving forward. So today's topic this is a partnership, right? Minister Saya, we partner, we have conversations, we have no filters. So today's conversation is from your one and only Sister Ya. And this is Miss Slow. And then what are we talking about?
So say all I can say is I think this comes with age. What I say?
Okay.
As you are growing gracefully,
yes.
And you can tell it's not working.
No.
And it actually just happened to me last week at work.
Okay.
With somebody.
So this one is where the Akawakuma has touched your heart.
I come akuma, I come with spirits. But on say, me now hold dreaming one so. When he said, I had a few moments. Miss Minya
Okay.
moments. Let me start.
Okay.
Minya moments. But like I said, as you age, as you grow, no,
Right.
you start wanting quality. What's
That's right.
And we are not talking about anything but fake relationships. And I know fake relationships, everybody out there is either you have had the experience, you are in one, and we just need to figure out, like, just say, and moi, it's not holy. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? It's not holy. We need to just normalize being able to trust people.
That's
Being able to talk to people and know, say, you know what, I can lean on this person when I'm going through this or when I'm going through that. Fake
right.
for the dosa.
Okay.
Fake for the
So
dosa. And see, and then we,
we
you,
want to,
me, yeah, share again. We are going to share our
we are going to
experience. Yeah,
tackle
bread.
the issue. We are going to
Yeah,
tackle.
bread. Hey.
Okay. So we are going to talk about dealing with fake people.
Mm.
Dealing with fake people. Now in life, let's just start this conversation because I think we have to be honest with ourselves.
What's that?
I
That's the
think
first. Yeah.
yes, in life we all have at one point in time had a fake moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, with a friend, maybe like for example, uh let's say sister Penuim sister, you're my older sister. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you have put something on. Me personally, I'm like, I wouldn't wear it, but I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like in the moment because I don't want to make you feel bad, right?
Right.
So I might have had a fake moment and not been my whole self.
Right.
Or genuine with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, and before we talk about some fake moments that we probably have gone through, because this is our experience, right?
Yes.
We have to be honest with ourselves.
Yep.
I want us to define a fake person, right?
A $3 bill, counterfeit.
You know what?
Not genuine. What else? A $3 bill.
So sorry. I can't. Okay.
Do we have one of those?
No, we don't. We don't have. Right. So someone who's not authentic, someone who's not genuine, someone who just is unable to be consistent, unable to be loyal when you need them to be loyal.
Yes.
Someone who is, instead of them trying to help you, they're just trying to take information to use against you. These are all symptoms of someone who is fake. So we're going to talk about dealing with them. So let's talk about some fake moments. Just being honest. Like, I mean, sister, do you have any fake moments that you want to share with the crowd?
Yeah.
You're so silly. Okay, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So, and this, yes, now that I look at it, yes, it was fake, but that's all. I mean, that's all I could do. It was in high school. My situation in elementary school. I'm going here. I had PTSD to that. I had PTSD already. And we were going to a pep rally. This was a friend of mine. Like everybody always saw us together. I will say that.
So y'all like friends, like sisters, close to like sisters.
Oh yeah. Like back in the day you would talk on the phone and all that stuff. Yeah, we talked on the phone all the time. We were close. Right. Okay. But not on no sooner. She was one of those people that, you're funny, and she's
down
ready to fight all that, down for whatever. Me, Mr. Men, I mean, Drew.
Okay.
But it's just like we were still close.
Close, right.
We were still friends. And anybody that went to high school here knows, we go to pep rallies like on Fridays or
football games.
And so we had a pep rally. And during that week, now on some kasakasebi.
Okay.
Where there was a plan to fight her. Okay. Me, I suggested, said, I didn't cry, let's just not go. My uncle. Because I'm thinking about what happened back when I was 12 years old. Somebody asked me, You want to fight? I said, yes.
Yes, please.
And I saw what happened to me.
You said, moi.
Mama, come demonstrate. And so I said, please.
Sorry. Okay.
So I said, let's just not go. Let's just skip it because most
let's
of the time
give it a rain check, right?
After school. Mm-hmm. And she said no. So we went
she's down for whatever, right?
Right, but me Pacho, I mean, we were friends and all that, but me, whatever was gonna happen, my name was Bennett and I wasn't in it.
I'm not in it.
I don't want no part of it.
Okay.
And after the pep rally, all these people went and jumped on her and beat her up. Oh.
And where were you at?
I was on the bus. I had to go. I know.
How did you get on the bus? So you just left her there and you went on the bus?
I mean, no, what do you expect me to do? No, like I said, it wasn't one person that came to beat her up. It was just a whole group, like a whole swarm of bees, girl. It was a whole bunch of people. And I said, hey.
And she was the honey. Well, so you ended up on the bus and she got jumped. And you're supposed to be friends.
No. I don't understand what you're saying. Everybody out there.
Okay, we're gonna have a voting.
No. My PTSD came from my situation in elementary school.
Okay.
Do you think that if I see that it's a whole swarm of people and it's a fight, you want me to jump in?
No, I mean, look. I mean, this is high school, right? So this is like if it was me in my high school years, which was before I was saved.
Nicole before Christ.
Thank you. We're gonna have to take one for the team. I'm in the crowd with you. We just gonna have to get beat up together because
no, ma'am.
Right. But see, that's me, right? So you ended up on the bus. Your friend got beat up.
No, but before Christ said no, like when I was just going the other direction because the safety, the patrol, the police, they were all coming anyway, and so you're getting suspended.
Yeah.
So y'all for Uncle jail.
Your mother's coming to the school.
You know the school I was at. So you're either going to jail or you're getting suspended. Then mommy and Mary will say, I cannot be a part of that.
I can't afford it, right?
What's that say? So I left. Okay. Needless to say, after I left, we didn't conversate,
So yeah, she could I can see how she could see that, maybe you weren't being a genuine friend because one, you didn't jump in with her or you didn't save her somehow or another. You could have called a teacher.
I was 95 pounds soaking wet.
Okay. But there were plan Bs. You could have called the security. There were other ways for you.
Security for nobody do. They were, I mean, it was a whole swarm of bees.
This that. One try.
Debbie, Mr. A fake moment. What I say? A fake moment.
It's understandable.
A fake moment. I had to protect my life.
Your life was in danger.
My life was in danger. I had PTSD from middle school.
I was scared. But yeah, I mean, I understand. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we all have, I think in life, if we're going to be honest, we've all had a moment where we just weren't probably our 100% genuine self, be it in a relationship, be it in a friendship, whatever it could be. But the key with the conversation we're having now, we're not talking about just a moment, right? Where you can kind of reflect and be like, okay, I probably should have done that differently, or genuinely, I would have done it different. But we're talking about being just an overall not genuine, fake person, right?
And it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad that you have to be, or people choose to be this way, because it's not like you're going to like everybody that you meet. You know what I'm saying? It's not like every relationship you're going to have is a relationship that you're going to grow, old with, or like the people that my friends from high school, I don't even remember any of them. I have two.
Really? I still talk to all my friends.
I have two. I have two friends. Like, even if somebody came to me and said we graduated together, I would not remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this life, I just feel like it's almost like when you're going to Ghana. You have to take a transit. You go from here, you go to New York, and then you go to Ghana. The people you're on that plane with, when you get off, not everybody's going to go on that journey with you.
Right.
People are going to get
That's
off.
true.
People are going to go in their own way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like when we have relationships, especially where we give ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
we give ourselves, and it's not reciprocated, but it's almost like when something bad happens to you and you feel like, oh, this is my good friend, I can go to them and talk to them and seek advice.
Yeah.
Or but to not, they done told 5 or 6 people.
You're on a WhatsApp page. Like I said, not baby. Like
Like
you're
why? And
yeah.
see, because of this, so many people are just suffering in silence
It's true. It's
because
that. I don't know why.
people go through a lot of things. Mental health is
Right.
real. Mental health
Right.
is real. So if you can't trust people, like, because some people are married, they can't trust their husbands, they can't trust their
Yeah.
wives. So who do you have?
And the dangerous thing too is that when you have someone who is trying to portray an image as someone who wants to help or someone who cares. But
Yeah.
like you're saying, they're coming to you. You think that there's a bridge of communication that's open where you can pour yourself out and become vulnerable to an extent because maybe you're going through something. Look,
Yeah.
people go through stuff. We all go through stuff.
We all go
We
through
all
stuff.
go through stuff. But
We
and
all
you
go
go
through
and you have someone who kind of comes across like, oh, I want to help, just for them to take what you're saying and
hmm
talk about you to the next person, or
Yeah.
take what you're saying and try to diagnose you as being you're this, you're that, you're this, and etc. Like
Okay.
that is not genuine. That's being fake. That's being
hmm
someone who's coming just to take information and use it against people.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not Christian like. You know what I'm
It's not.
saying? We have to be able to have genuine, like, we may, even if we're not like the closer friends, if I feel, if I come to you about my personal issue, I came to you. I didn't come to
Mhm.
you and your friend and the
Right.
people who are on WhatsApp. I
Right.
didn't come to you because I want you to laugh at me. I came to you because maybe I
Yes.
really need to talk to you about it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But so many people are unable to be genuine and enough to either take what someone is saying and genuinely try to help them. But and then
hmm
you also find people who actually rejoice or get excited
Oh,
when
and
people
Ludia,
are
it's, it's,
going
it's,
through
it's
things.
in a class of its own
Mm, mm.
because, like you said, everybody goes through something. Like, you
Oh, yeah.
cannot tell me that you're just walking around this world and you're just la 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 la, like everything's perfect. Everybody
Right.
goes through something. But if we cannot have a best friend, or
Yeah.
what, I don't know what you, I guess a best friend or
Yeah.
somebody, a close friend that you see as a sister or a brother, and you
Hmm.
can't talk to them because as soon as you talk to them, they're going to go talk to somebody else. Or when they hear say, oh, my marriage, I'm having issues. I said, not within them, no.
Hmm.
That information, I said, they're happy. I,
They're
I don't know
excited.
how to describe it, but it's disgusting. I mean,
Yeah.
it is disgusting. And that's what makes it so hard, like as an adult, to make friends
Yep.
in this age.
It's
I feel
true.
like, with your friends, if they're not friends from like childhood, or like, doing your high school, middle school, right now you just can't, because you don't know people. Like,
Right.
everybody is coming and, oh my yomu, ibisa,
And
snake on
you,
the
yes,
grass, be
thank you. Thank you.
woman
Wolf in
in
sheep's
sheep's
clothing.
clothing.
I don't know.
Wolf and
And
sheep.
yeah,
Wait a minute,
it's
I
no
didn't get
true.
say, and yeah, what? How do you say the cheat? And Sonya Mieni, is that the cheat?
Debbie, and Shenya Mideni.
And
It
Sonya
doesn't glorify
Midini.
God. It does not
That's
glorify God.
it.
No. And because I'm gonna talk about one of my situations, and then we can kind of bring it in,
hmm
because you also have people who like, look, I had a situation where it was someone who was close to me. I consider them to be close. And this is the thing about me. For those people who know me, I have the friends I have in high school, I still talk to them. We're in like different
Wow.
chapters in our life, different phases in our lives. But
See, that's so beautiful.
yeah, but see, my thing is my upbringing was different from a lot of people, right? Because I'm very, I'm Ghanaian through
hmm
blood, but you already know it's Nkwe, right? So we have, so my understanding of friendship, loyalty was important,
Yeah.
right? And I'm the type of person, like, I love and I love hard. I'm
hmm
not the type of person that needs to talk to a friend every day. I don't have to be in the person's face. We don't have to go to dinner and do all that stuff. But like back before I was saved, like I would fight for a
hmm
friend. Um,
Hey.
Yeah, now you're deep. It was serious. I had that, like I was very, very loyal, and I'm still loyal to this day, right? So before, when you were younger, if your friend did something, you would probably, even if they're wrong, you're like, you have their back, whatever. But now it's like, as you get older, you're able to say, you probably shouldn't have done that, or maybe you should have done it this way, right? But I had a situation which is completely different from what I'm saying, but I just want to chime that in. Okay. But I had a situation where someone I'm very close to, right? Very, very close to. And the person comes to me and they're telling me that, this person, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, they were, I was talking to the person and they said that they had encountered you and you weren't nice and you weren't this and you weren't this. And they had all this stuff to say, or was telling me what this person had to say about me, right? Wow. Now, the situation happened let the person that happened like 4, 5, 6 years before the person came and told me, right? So I had questions in my head. Like, first and foremost, we're supposed to be very, very cool, right? Yeah. We're close. You're like a sister. So it's like, it's not a distant type of thing. Yeah. And keep in mind, let me add this. This is at the same time that the person felt the need to come and tell me, they were at odds with the person that was talking about me. Yeah. Right.
I had one of those.
So I had a couple of questions for her. First question was, okay, well, she had all of these things to say about me. One, what did you say?
What were you saying? Why were they so comfortable coming and talking to you about that?
Right. So what did you say when the person said something and the person was mute? Wow. Had nothing to say. I said, okay, first strike. Then my question was, okay, and at the same time, the person knows how close you and I are, right? Yeah. So what kind of environment did you create for this person to think that they can come and speak so poorly about me, right? And then on top of that, you know me. You know the heart I have. You know how I am. So if someone is even saying something like that, why couldn't you even step up and defend me? Yeah. Right? So that person, we had to draw a line. Okay.
And when you're a friend of filing, you have to file them. Okay. When we were in school, your library, how we used to file is we were
filing cabinets.
Watching filing cabinet now national. Because you have to learn how to deal with these people.
I can't.
Because you know what? They are amongst us. Like we move with them, we laugh with them, we eat with them, whatever. But once you see that, because sometimes you just can't cut them off like that.
Right.
You have to file them.
You have to
file your mind.
Right.
You know how to deal with that person.
Right. Because I'm the type of person, no one who I'm close to, I've never opened the environment for anyone that I'm close to. Someone can come and speak poorly of them. And one, I'm not sticking up for them or I'm not defending them because I know them. I've had plenty of situations where people have come, oh, your friend is this, and I'm like, oh no, she's not like that. She's, she didn't, I'm finding a way to defend the person. And then if I see that there's room for correction, I'll probably pull them aside and be like, next time do this A, B, C, D. You know what I'm saying? But for you to come to me 5 years later and say this, it told me, like you're saying, our relationship is not what I thought it was, Right. And to me, I saw that person as being fake in the sense that if you know me, there's no way someone could be able to talk so poorly about me and you can't say something about me. Or you can't find a way to defend me. Like, what were you saying? Like, how was this person so free and open to talk so poorly about me? Yeah. And so to be honest, a boundary had to be made. Like,
filing cabinet has to be pulled.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last week, I told you last week when I was at work or one of my coworkers, I was in shock. I think I'm still in shock now because this is a coworker that I've been working with for a while. Yeah. I've been helping. Like I've been volunteering. Now, this is where when I said, it comes with age because when I was in high school and
you had a high tolerance.
I was on the bus under the seat because I wasn't trying to get in that. But
wouldn't be my friend in high school. Wouldn't be my friend. I mean, I'm telling you, it was not even that type of party.
I had to go. And now at my age, like we're not just coworkers, like we're literally friends because we talk after work, we talk during work. When she has issues at work, like I even volunteered to go to, an appointment with this person that was way out of my area. Okay.
Yeah.
We had a little situation where sometimes if they don't do, the processing right, something that belongs to me will probably show up under you. And so when you see it, normally all we do is just, send an email or a text and say, hey, this, patient was put under you or whatever. So that happened where something that was hers was put under me. Mind you, I talk to this person. She calls me nightly. Sometimes I don't even answer the phone.
Yeah.
She sent this thing where you file a dispute. When you file a dispute, it goes all the way up the food chain.
Okay.
So when the email comes in, if it's not really pertinent and I'm just like, oh, it's just one of those things, I don't read it. But I saw this one, it said something about dispute. I said, no, wait, didn't. I opened it. It's her, the people up the food chain, and my boss talking about she is filing a dispute against me. I'm like, what? No, I couldn't even believe it. So I was like, what the fuck? I called my boss and I said, what is this? She's like, oh yeah. I said, but this is crazy because I talk to her every day. I was just on the phone with her. She could have just told me and I could reverse it myself. Right. But I just felt like because of where I am as far as work goes, she's trying to do something to make me look kind of
tarnish your reputation. But you're supposed to be friends, right?
I've been in this industry for over 11 years. I have built a name for myself. I've built a reputation for myself.
This ain't on to me.
What's that?
It won't work.
So when I saw that, and I was like, you can't play with my name. Because, when you start playing with the name, you're playing with the money. We don't do that. So
don't play with my name. And don't play. Thank you, sister.
And see, when I spoke with my boss, she was like, yeah, I saw that. Can I just reverse? I was like, yeah, you can reverse it. But what was so crazy is that the day after, she sent an email again saying, my boss, can you resolve this issue? I'm like, hey, Nade, what is the problem? Yeah. You've been calling me. So all I did was I sent an email. I picked up both of my phones, my work phone, my personal phone, went under her and blocked both phones and sent an email. No, we're not in your filing cabinets assembly. This level of fakeness?
Miss Rao. Block, baby.
What do you block? I blocked her from both phones. So silly. And went on my email, included my boss, and I did let her know this could have been easily resolved. All she had to do was text me because I'm pretty sure my boss and the people up the food chain have more important things to do. And I told her going forward, please reach out to me via email for work-related issues. So she know what that means.
Don't call me.
But this is the level of fake, that we're dealing with, we're working with, we're like moving amongst. And you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because maybe I did way in the coy and it did. My job and the funds, no man. You don't play that.
Okay.
You get blocked.
Sister.
When you blocked, but somebody blocking her from last week. She ended up texting one of my coworkers. I'm like, does Mark still work here? Yes, you do.
No, but that's like, but see,
that made me hot. But fun went, girl. Let me turn my fan on because
when I did not charge this is kafra. No, because I mean, but to be honest, sometimes it can break a heart. To be honest, especially when you are vulnerable enough for somebody. No, people are not vulnerable with random people. Right. People have like when you're opening up with someone, it's someone you know. Right.
Yeah.
So for someone to go and you're considered and for me, because I remember like growing up, mommy used to always say like the way we have friends and because we don't know how to keep friends. But we kept friends. We just, I was like a one strike, you're out type of person, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, for you to feel that level of betrayal, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? It hurts for someone to.
And it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. Because I really like opened myself up to her and like helped her so much since she's been here. So I was just like, So this is the level. And, I have a question. Like, I want to know the people out there watching, as far as the boundaries that we need to set for the fake people, where do where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line
Like,
of you get cut?
okay. See, this is the thing. I think it's hard for me to say that you can cut. For me, I don't think you can cut somebody, especially someone you loved,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you can love somebody from a distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can be on that side and you can love them, but like for me, I wouldn't open that door to become that vulnerable again for you to stab me in my back, because um it's this my state of mind, my emotions are also a factor that I need to
Yeah.
consider, right?
Yeah.
And so I think you just have to and to each his own. Everyone has a level, a tolerance level. Sister, yeah, I will block you in a minute. I might mute you.
But when you, because I feel like whenever we're so close
Yeah,
and something like that happens, I just can't see the person the same. You know what I'm
you
saying? Even
can't.
if they've
That
apologized and all
Yeah,
that,
no.
I just
You
can't.
the
And then I can't open
relationship, yeah.
myself up. And I'm just like, what
The
are we doing?
relationship will definitely change. The dynamics of the relationship would change, because it's like you've proven yourself that you're not a genuine
Yeah.
person. You don't want what's best for me. You don't want my well-being, because
Right.
if you did, first of all, you wouldn't have acted in the way that you acted,
Yeah.
But I want to throw a question out to you, Sister, yeah, because I have a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
In my scenario, what do you do? Or my scenario is kind of like, you have a friend who,
Mm-hmm.
it seems as if they can only be your friend when you're beneath them, so, quote unquote, right?
Mm.
Um, I mean, because for me, I feel like nobody's beneath anybody, but some people feel like, okay, well, I'm prestigious, or I have a master, so
Uh-huh.
they are close to people who have bachelors, right? And then it's like, let's say you have a bachelor's, and then you're like, I might go get a master's. They feel like they have to one up you, right? Okay, if you got a master's, I'm going to go get a PhD,
Right.
right?
Right.
It's like you're constantly in competition with this person. And they're supposed to be someone you're close to,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're
Yeah.
supposed to be friends. You're supposed to be able to, share memories
Yeah.
with each other. I honestly see a person, if you have someone in your life who is always trying to one up you, how is that person genuine?
They're
How is
not.
that? How is that person? How can you consider that person to be a close friend or a close loved one? And
You
this isn't
can't.
about family. I mean, because it can go across any
It
kind
could
of,
go across the board. They're
right.
not. I mean, it's just one of those facts that we have to face. It
Yeah.
is a filing cabinet situation. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? You can't put the person in the trash. You can't just
No.
cut them off.
Right.
You just have to know how to deal with them, because I feel like God blesses everybody. Everybody has their
Differently.
season. Okay,
Yes.
so and I know when, if something happens, like I know, like my people that are really really happy for me.
Yeah.
I you can feel it. So when
Yeah.
somebody's genuine, it is, you can feel it as much as when the person's fake.
Mm-hmm.
So when I feel that, it's just that fake energy, you're just saying it because you just want to put it out there,
Right.
and just so my kind. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel that, and you just file them,
It's
because
true.
you just, like, you can't get rid of them. You
Right.
can't. So you just have to know how to deal with people. It's just a
Boundaries.
part of dealing with people. And to filing cabinets need to, and
And
we'll
see,
hold them from A to Z. Like I said.
oh,
If I
yeah,
follow
these rich
A to
people.
Z.
No, it's true. It's true. Because I mean, I feel like you said there's some people who, like, they cannot be happy when you're happy. They feel like your happiness is like, okay, if they've had, if they
And
gotten,
it's so painful.
it
That
is.
really hurts.
And then anybody feels that you when you feelings. It is very very painful.
I know.
You know,
And you.
it's yeah,
Hmm.
it's
And
very very painful.
yeah, because yeah, especially when you like feel so close to the person.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you expect, that's what you expect, because you guys are so close. You expect them to be happy for you.
you're right.
But then it's almost like they don't give a damn. It's like, oh, ooh, did I cuss? They don't care. Sorry.
Lord Jesus. All right. Thank you, Sister. I mean, I can't take you anywhere. Lord Jesus. I can't. Like it's true. Like they don't care. They don't. I mean, and they don't. And it's sad. But see, that's why I think it's important for us to realize that in the world that we're in, whether we like it or not, there
Mhm.
are people who we may surround ourselves with who are not genuine. So we have to be aware of that,
Yeah.
right? We don't need to tell our business to any and everyone who puts on a smile on their face. We
Hmm.
don't need to tell our business to everyone who says that they're holy and they can help you. No, we need to
Hmm.
pray for that discernment because let me
Yes.
tell you, I have come across a couple of people who, I mean, and it's very disappointing to be
Yeah.
honest. Outside the fact that it's hurtful, it's very disappointing to consider people to be someone you're close to, but then it's like they can't be happy for you, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they can't defend you, or they're the people who are out there talking about you,
Right.
right? And talk like I had a situation where there was a friend, and then this person I thought was a real close friend, but then the person's talking about me and all this. Like I don't do that. Like
Yeah.
I don't talk back poorly about my friends, and I don't expect them to talk poorly about me.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
I don't let people talk poorly about my loved ones, and I wouldn't expect anyone to do the same for me, right? But when
Yeah.
you find yourself in that situation, then you have to draw the line for yourself
Yeah.
because no one can live life and continually get hurt. That's
And
not
oh,
realistic. That's not practical,
oh,
And then some people have done it. And then we've seen some people who continue to remain in relationships that are not, or friendships that are not healthy, and they
right.
just take one for the team. No,
No, I'm
you
not
know.
taking one for nobody.
Uh,
Mental
ma'am,
health. Oh,
thank you. Where did y'all
girl,
find it
you know
best?
that came from the gut. I'm not taking one for
Yeah,
nobody on no team. And
right.
we have to also be very, very observant of those people that come and talk so bad about people that, like, I saw you yesterday and y'all were like real close.
Thank you.
And they come and they talk so bad about them. Imagine what they doing when they go over and talk to them
Thank you.
about you.
Note to self.
Note to self. Into obisano or ba you okay. Then you let them go and you just keep them over there.
Right.
File mo. Ye
Stop.
filing cabinets no. Na for
Seriously.
because it's not one of those things where you can get rid of them. They're
Right.
here,
Right. Right.
So yeah.
It's true. You true. And and I also feel like in as much as we're talking about people who we've experienced having, doing showing signs of fakeness towards us, I am a true advocate for self-reflection,
Yeah.
right? Like as people, we need to honestly look within ourselves and ask ourselves, like, am I being fake?
Right.
Like, am I not being a genuine support system for this loved
Hmm.
one? Like, am I not being genuine? Am I not showing loyalty? And I think when we self-reflect, it will help us to, I mean, we need to be able to take accountability for our actions, and we need to
Yeah.
be honest with ourselves, right?
Right.
If you know, and stop, we need to stop always putting on the persona that we are just, I am the best of persons. I can never do anyone harm. The reality of the situation is if you allow yourself, you can, right?
Yeah.
So have a serious self-reflective, one-on-one with yourself and ask yourself,
Hmm.
is there areas where I'm really not being as genuine, or if I'm not really being a true friend, or I'm not being loyal, or I'm not happy for
Yeah.
someone who's supposed to be my loved one. I'm just putting on a front so that, it comes across like I'm
Right.
being supportive. Like you have people who have marital issues. They
Hmm.
go to their friends, they
Right.
tell their friends just for
Oh.
their friends to go and try
Oh.
to sneak
Oh.
themselves into the relationship. They smile in your face all
Okay.
the time. They want to take your place.
How's that song go? Them backstabbers. Backstabbers.
Okay. So, you, so no, seriously, like we have to have this self-reflective talk with ourselves. I do it all the time. Like
Yeah.
in my relationships, I want to make sure in my friendships and even with my family members, I want to make sure that I'm being true, not only to myself, but to that
Hmm.
person. And
Yeah.
I had to work on mine because when I was younger, my filter, I didn't have a good filter system,
No,
right? I was
yours. It was terrible. It was.
ma'am,
It was
ma'am,
bad.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty.
I mean,
Okay.
it was just terrible. And
Right,
see,
but I was a straight bullet. I was like, bow, 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 right?
Yeah.
And I thought that though I'm being genuine, I'm being honest, what I lacked was that wisdom, right?
Yeah.
How to
And tact, like the way you would put stuff, it just was not very tactful. But I digress, Yanko.
I appreciate it. I thank you. Okay. Yes, I was not tactful. But as you get older, you learn, and
Yeah.
you learn from you learn to communicate better, and etc. So
Yeah.
yeah, you have to apply that wisdom even in your interaction so that you can remain a genuine a
That's
genuine
it.
friend to
Mm-hmm.
someone,
Yeah.
So I think that's also very important. That's self-reflective, look at yourself, see where you're doing, where you may be tripping up here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and do better. You know what I'm saying? Because
And just
the
do better.
therapist, I mean, and I'm no shade to any therapists out there, but they have been taking a lot of our money because we are unable to have genuine
Oh.
relationships and friendships where we can
Oh.
express ourselves. Because I mean, if
And
you
it's
go and
really
tell
sad.
someone
It's just so sad
yeah,
that
it
you
is. It
can't.
is.
You can't.
You
Because
can't.
it's just it's crazy because sometimes, people be in relationships with people and they'll be talking to them on the phone, they'll be recording the conversation, they're
Oh,
taking snapshots of text
oh,
messages. I'm like, what? This
no.
is the thing. We just need to normalize being, people that others can trust and lean
Yes.
on and really feel, genuine connections with them. And
And
it's
don't
not
repeat,
hard.
like, seriously, don't repeat something. If someone comes to you in confidence, respect that person's privacy,
Yeah.
right? There are some times in some situations where somebody will come to you with a situation that is like bigger than you, and
Yeah.
you don't know what to say or you don't know what to do. Let that person know, like, I mean, this is huge for me and I want to help you. How do you feel about us talking to X, Y, and Z? Give
Yeah.
that person a chance to say, okay, let's do that, or say, no, I don't want to go there. But for you to just freely go, oh, bien, yes,
Obiasma yesero. Kawanu tu.
please,
Okro
you know.
mouth. Okro mouth for 40 no. Ye tu
This
mfo.
that, this that,
I
this that, this that, yes, no.
so
Yes, no. So yes, we have to be able to hold water. Remember, when someone comes to you,
girl, okay, Kale.
when someone comes to you, they're talking to your ears, they're not talking to your lips. Let us, like Sister Yayu said, we have to normalize being genuine people,
Yes.
being caring people, wanting the well-being, the best for our the ones next
Yes.
to us, and wanting to help people genuinely, not to disgrace them, not to put them to shame, but
Yeah.
that the same blessings that we want for us, we want for other people. Like, this is
Yes.
a Christian thing to do.
Yes.
And so, I mean, dealing with fake people, let's, establish those boundaries. Sister Yah has given us examples with filing cabinets.
The filing cabinets.
We just have to file
A to
some,
Z.
love some from a distance, do a
Yep.
self-reflection for ourselves. And also, let's do better. Let's
Yeah.
try ourselves to do better. Sister Yah, do you have any closing remarks as we wrap up?
I've missed everybody, and I really, 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 really want to hear from everyone. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me try this again. Oh,
Okay, wait there. I need you, man.
oh,
Okay.
we're down here, Juma. There it
Well, that's it for our discussion today, dealing with fake people. We're gonna all try to do better so that
is.
we
And share
can.
your experience. Share your
And yeah,
experience.
share your experience. Maybe you've had an
Yeah.
encounter that we did. Yeah, kind of saying someone did or did war with you. They poked your eye, but
Yeah.
God has given
Open
you
your
the
eyes.
strength to be able to talk about it and discuss it. And we pray that those who have been hurt by people who have not shown a genuine love to them, we're praying that God will heal you all. But
Yeah.
we thank you all for listening. And until
Thank you.
next time, Sister Ya, be blessed.
Be blessed.
Bye.
Bye. Are we done?
It's that check, come join the fun. Laughing, sharing everyone. Heart to heart, we're never apart. Together we make the best of